Okay, welcome back. Our next guest is known as being Borat's prostitute with a heart of gold.
He married me at the end.
And a wife, yes.
Yeah,
and she's also pretty funny. Check out a clip of Luenell.
Let's not. I've been accused sometime of having a few wardrobe faux pas. You know, I know what you're thinking. I know you guys are looking at me and saying, damn, she must work out. But no. This is all natural. I had to grow this. I had to train like an athlete to get this body. You think I just woke the...
Oh, she is hilarious. Luenell Campbell in the studio with us right now. We're very excited about her being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming
By the way, I don't use my last name. I'm more like Cher, Madonna.
Exactly.
Just Luenell.
Gotcha.
Luenell.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, Luenell. So I wanted to ask you first, because Borat, one of my favorite movies. What was that like filming it? Like, what was the reaction from some of the people? Because a lot of the people apparently weren't in on the joke.
Well, the scene I will refer to right now is the dinner party scene, you know, the very awkward dinner party scene. And let me just say, those weren't stunt racists. Those were actual, real live racists who have never had a black person on their front porch, let alone in their house at the dinner table. And if you will recall, in the movie, they brought a bag of poop to the table.
Yeah.
Well, they were willing to deal with that. But when I came to the table, it was, look at the time, party over, I gotta go, gotta feed the dog. So
their loss.
It was very awkward, and there were 96 arrests during the filming of that movie.
Wow.
Yeah, well, when you take a dump in the front of Trump Tower, somebody's usually gonna call the police. And you know, we had to run for our lives several times. Of course, we couldn't do a second take.
Yeah.
When we had to do that, we had to go to another town and, you know, set up other situations and do it again. And I also urge people to rent the DVD and look at the special features. There's a lot of things in the special features that you're not privy to, such as our Baywatch reenactment, where we run down the beach in our bathing suits, and I emerge from the sea like a mermaid who almost drowned, just what you don't know. And yeah, you need to see the special features of that. It was pretty nerve-wracking, but it was worth it.
Oh, you must have just laughed and laughed making that. Weren't there times?
I didn't. No, actually, I had to go into therapy after making that. It was quite shocking, and the Kazakhstani scenes that were shot were actually shot in Romania, and it was we didn't set that village up. It was naturally stinky and raggedy, all by itself. So it was, you know, not the best working circumstances, but of course the outcome was phenomenal, and I'm very proud to be in it. But I just got cast in a new film that I can't really talk about.
Oh, one of those, huh?
Adam Sandler. And that's going to be shooting this summer. And I hope to have something else for you to talk about besides my fabulous prostitution role. But I'm not falling too far from that tree, though. I'll say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm more than just a body. I have a mind, Hollywood.
Absolutely.
My God, a piece of meat,
Not just
girl.
a piece of meat, right?
Yeah.
So we were talking about Tom Cruise earlier in the show.
Yeah. What I wanted to say about that is, let me put the end to the whole Tom Cruise jumping on the couch situation. It wasn't that anybody thought he was over the top about being in love with his wife, future wife, then wife, now mother of his baby mama, Katie Holmes. Nobody cared about that. We know he was in love. We appreciate that. But you just don't jump on a black woman's couch with your shoes on. That's the issue. That's the issue. The whole of America, at least African-American America, went, when he jumped on the couch with his shoes on. We were like, how dare, what, is he crazy?
Don't you have any sense?
Yeah, what are you, and get down off my couch with them shoes on. That was the issue. We didn't even care what he was talking about. You know.
I'm glad that you set that straight.
Well, I've been needing to do that for years now.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, Oprah told me, I told her I was coming on. She asked me would I clear that up.
Okay, yeah. Did she ask about us?
No, she didn't ask about y'all. It was more about me.
Yeah.
Well, I love to meet female comedians because I've been told a few times, you know, girls can't be that funny. Guys are really funny.
Yeah,
so
it was a guy telling you that,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. And so what's your reaction when you hear girls can't be funny?
Well, there's a lot of girls who aren't funny.
That's true.
That is true.
There's a lot of boys who aren't funny either.
But there's a lot of people who aren't funny. But the funnier you are, the funnier you are, the less you'll work. Because America is very midstream. You know, I mean, Saturday Night Live used to be a very iconic show. You got to admit, a lot of the bits on there just aren't that funny. Although this last week was
wasn't that great?
hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah. There are a lot of not funny chicks, but I think that's because they're trying to be too polite with their comedy. They don't really have the wherewithal to just go hard and go in, you know. Talk about childbirth. It's not a picnic. Talk about menopause. What if you don't have no medical? You have no estrogen pills. You got to free ball it and just, you know, go with it. You can say ball.
Sweat with the tongue.
You know, I prefer hot flashes to chills.
Yeah,
You know,
taking a vacation.
I'd rather
every
have
day.
a hot flash. I can always cool off, but I can't always warm up. You know, so I've had a little bit of experience with that. And then, you know, there's things in my show. Basically, I can do any room in front of any crowd because my conversation is about things that everybody deals with: sex, relationships, kids, what's on TV, and things like that. And that is, you know, multiracial, and everybody goes through what I'll be talking about. And I'm going to talk about it in the most explicit way. So
How it
don't
needs to
think
be
that
done.
this is not your mama's comedy show at the you know, in the backyard at the barbecue. No, this is very, very grown-up adult humor, and I'm proud to.
Well, and speaking of that, your show, you're performing tonight at Harvey's Comedy Club. Tonight only. That's on Northwest 6th Avenue. Tickets are $15, and if you want to reserve tickets, call 503-241-0338. Luenell, hilarious.
Yeah, that's going to be a
Yeah,
fantastic
come out to
show.
Harvey's and see me because I'm out of here at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish you could
Go
stay
to
longer.
Miami.
Oh.
Y'all can have this rain.
Our weather's just as
Yes, I'm gonna go put on my thong and sun out on the beach. Do the visual. Do the
Send
visual.
us a picture.
And the show at 8 o'clock tonight? Is
Yeah,
that what
8
it is?
o'clock tonight.
Okay,
I'll be
very
in my thong by 11 p.m. tomorrow night. I'll tweet you a picture.
That'd be great.
I'll have to tweet a couple of times because we can't fit it all in one little